But I think it could be really good. That being said, I think it's in the haven't read yet fully, so it's
Hmm.
which is fine. Um, it's another Joyce book.
Confederacy of
Um,
Dunces.
yeah, this looks boring. I
It's
don't
not
care about it.
Joyce. This is like a comedy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
I thought it
think
was
Elijah
Joyce for some
likes
reason.
this.
Oh, okay. I guess I have no opinion.
Yeah, I have no opinion either. I have no idea. It might be good.
Finnegan's Wake looks boring. I don't want to read.
But like, yeah, I think even if you read this whole thing, you'd hardly get anything interesting out of it. But maybe it'd be
Yeah.
kind of a, I don't know. It's like listening to like a 24-hour ambient album. But like, you can't just sit there and let it wash over you. You have to like at least like put the words together and imagine what that word sounds like, which is kind of taxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth reading by anyone. But it is cool that it exists.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. I feel like all of Joyce's stuff, it's cool that it exists.
But then don't you have to feel okay, so Finnegan's Wake, it's like whatever meanings there is completely impossible to extract. But does that mean it's like any less valuable than Ulysses? Like I guess like I feel like with the thing with Ulysses, oh, it's difficult to extract the meaning. Doesn't that is it is it just implied that there is some deep meaning there? Because it's the same situation with Finnegan's Wake. Why is Finnegan's Wake so much harder, so much worse rated than Ulysses? Unless Ulysses has some really deep meaning.
You know, mechanically it's exactly the same. It's just that Ulysses has this this aura about it that you have to read it, that it is the hardest book,
That's but it's not
that
as
it's a
hard as Finnegan's
challenge.
Wake. Finnegan's Wake is more of a challenge. If you want a challenge, it's like the ultimate challenge.
Maybe Finnegan's Wake isn't just balanced enough. Maybe it's like too hard.
Yeah,
Ulysses is like just the peak, and then this is like too hard to understand.
I could see that. I could see that. Yeah.
um,
Also,
and Aeneid.
yeah. Oh
Oh
yeah,
wait,
the anus.
Aeneid. I have no idea.
Okay, this is like surely if you want to read like Divine Comedy, you got to read this as well.
I don't know who this is.
This is like I think it's Rome. Like this is the one with like Romulus and Remus. Like there's just like
Oh, that's kind of interesting, I guess.
I think this is one of those foundational books as well. I think it was about 1,000 years after the Iliad, but still just like old poems about like gods and stuff like that.
Okay,
I think.
you sold me.
Let me check. Am I right? The Aeneid. Yeah, something like that. Oh, it's about Troy.
Troy,
Okay.
Troy boy. The Odyssey. It's like almost the same as Iliad for me. Like I confuse these books in my head.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know if there's
It's
much
like
of a
it.
distinction. How is anything gonna make S other than the one book?
Who knows, man? We'll see. We'll see. Um. Oh, Gravity's Rainbow, bruh. Um, this is a really frustrating book. It's ah, it's like both D and A tier, which makes it like B, I guess.
Mm.
It's so unbelievably hard to understand anything. The writing style is incredibly complex. It's insanely inventive, but to a point where you don't know what's going on. It's so hard to read. I feel like you need a companion for this book.
Hmm.
Um, and I think because I think I got to exactly halfway because I counted the pages and I'm like, I have to at least get halfway. Um,
That's awesome.
and it was like, I still didn't really understand. I sort of understood the plot a little bit, but it's like fragmentary plot, scattered characters, absurd imagery. It's like, on paper, it should work
Why is this
for
worse than
me.
Infinite Jest?
Infinite Jest is far more understandable. It's like not
Okay,
even close.
okay, okay.
To me, Infinite Jest has the perfect balance. It's like Gravity's Rainbow if it was written for a more consumer audience. It's like if it understood that people were going to read it. Gravity's Rainbow is like Pynchon saying "fuck you, I don't care,"
Hmm.
and that's why I think what's his name, Harold Bloom really likes this and doesn't like Infinite Jest.
Because Infinite Jest is too easy.
He's like, yeah, this is like bad writing. Harold Bloom said. He's like, this is bad.
Harold Bloom is weird because I find like I say, he's like one of the things he upholds as the best ever is like Blood Meridian, but like Blood Meridian, as much as I like it, it is a bit juvenile. I don't think it's perfect prose. It comes across as a little bit like trying too hard at times.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think like if you're holding up like I don't know if you're one of those Shakespeare guys, you can't then turn around and also be a Blood Meridian guy.
Yeah. That is really confusing. Because he is a Shakespeare guy. He's like a
Yeah.
Bard Dolator or whatever.
Okay.
Um. Okay. As I was as I lay dying.
Great name.
Wait,
One of the
where is
best
that?
names ever.
It's a pretty great name.
Yeah, I'm not that interested in reading Faulkner.
Apparently, he's kind of wanky.
I think I read the first page of this. It was like someone's dying and they have to like move their coffin or like move their body somewhere. And I'm like,
That's awesome.
who cares? But yeah, yeah, maybe it's really good.
Fictiones.
Yeah. Are you interested in this?
I have no idea. I have no opinion.
He's like the. So it's a bunch of short stories, and a lot of them are like written as if they're nonfiction, but they're just completely made up. Um, so yeah,
So it's like just realist fiction. I don't
I
understand.
guess yeah. A lot of it's just like I don't know. So one of them's like he writes some autobiography about like being part of a club of people who like want to change the world or something. It's just I guess a lot of it's like what does it mean for something to be true kind of thing or whatever. So he's just making up a lot of
Oh,
bullshit kind of stuff. I think you would like it. I think you would love it. You should read just like because it's short parts. You should read. I think the most hyped one is like Talon something, Talon Akbar or something. Yeah. Anyway, t- like, is this in Fictions? Fictions is just a random collection. Like, I feel like when people put this on a tier list, they're saying just like I don't know, just any of his. Yeah, Talon Akbar. Oh yeah, this is in Fictions. Yeah. So I read this one, and I guess it was interesting, but it's like, man, this would be just like I don't think I'd get anything out of reading this whole thing. But you might love it.
believe a form of subjective idealism denying the reality of objects and nouns. Yeah, this could be really good. I'm interested. That's like up there now.
Okay,
I think
cool.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Um. Okay. Is it more Virginia Woolf? What's this?
Yeah, looks like it.
To the Lighthouse. Boo. Uh, I think I have a problem with not reading women. I need to read more women. The Recognitions. I really want to read this, and I think it could be yes.
Okay.
I think it could be amazing. From
Okay.
what I've understand about it. Yeah.
Why do you think David Foster Wallace likes Don DeLillo more than those other hard writers?
Well, he said he takes a lot of. What am I trying to say? Gaddis is like someone he pulls a lot of ideas from and evolves. He like takes inspiration. Is the word. There we go. He takes inspiration from Gaddis.
Yeah.
But he likes DeLillo the most as
Okay.
a writer.
Okay. Okay.
No. Even though Underworld is too long.
Mhm.
Stoner. This guy's a stoner, dude.
Dude, this is one of those books. Have you heard about this book?
No, I have no idea.
So it's like, it's one of those books that's just like about a guy. It's just all real, and it's just like a guy whose life is kind of sad. And then it came out,
okay.
and no one really cares. Like I don't think it was on any end of year list or something. But then in the I don't know how long it's been, like 30 years since it came out. People have just slowly. It's not even just 4chan. It's all over. Have like slowly grown to call it like one of the 10 best books of all time. And it just strikes me as like, why this one? I don't know. Maybe there's something in there, but like the whole idea of just like it's like Marriage Story. Like, why am I gonna? And I think it's a little less.
Marriage Story is so good.
You might love it. I assume this is less sappy than I haven't seen Marriage Story, but like this is like this strikes me as the most adult book possible, and that just doesn't seem interesting to me. So yeah, it's just a guy who's like who marries the wrong woman, who's in the wrong job, who makes nothing of his life. Like I don't know. I guess it's interesting, but like I don't really.
Is the moral like don't be like this guy?
I think so.
That sounds good. Put it up there. Okay, Plato, Meditations. No, this is by what's his name? Aquinas or whatever the fuck.
Marcus Aurelius.
That's the one. Aquinas is the other guy. I think this could be a really good book.
I have no idea. What even happens?
Doesn't he talk about Stoicism? Isn't that the big thing?
I don't know.
Like
what,
invents.
I don't know what that is.
Stoicism is like you got to stand strong and almost unemotive in the face of like bad stuff, like overcome it.
Okay. So this is like the Chad book.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to read this. But yeah.
Oh, the Metamorphosis. Okay. Have you read this book?
Yes, yeah, because it's short.
See.
It's bad vibes.
Yep.
Not fun.
Yep.
Yeah, just Europeans being sad. I don't know.
Yep. It's also like I found the prose really kind of meh. It's meh.
Yeah, I don't really remember anything about it. Yeah.
The premise is amazing. Like one day the guy wakes up to be a giant beetle, and the family dynamics around that. It's like it's set up to be a perfect book.
I guess that is sort of interesting. I don't know. How does it end again?
He like because like his consciousness is in the bug most of the time, but eventually his like consciousness goes out of the bug, and then I think everyone in the family just like so he's just a bug by the end. And then his like family just leaves the house, and I think they just abandon it.
I think I remember that. Yeah, yeah, he's just left there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, it's on paper good, but I found it really boring, which was like kind of incredible. I thought it was like, how can you make this boring? But it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is a bad opinion, because apparently it's amazing. Tristram Shandy. Yes, I'm Tristram Shandy now. All the Slim Shaded Shandy.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I've no.
This is the one that I was like, you're gonna love this. I've never read it, but like, this is it's the one that's like, this is like
you think it's bad?
Yeah, kind of. This is like the manic. I don't know what we're doing. We're doing whatever we like. Before like Proust and Ulysses and all that. Like, this is just the craziest book ever, from what I've heard. My cousin really likes it. I don't know. Yeah, I think you'd love it.
Awesome.
It's like one of those books where he gets into an argument about someone that like he imagines is going to criticize the book when it's done.
That's awesome.
I think
that's so sick.
I think that happens. Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, that's yeah. Fuck yeah. Actually, you know what? Maybe.
Yeah.
What about the trial? More Kafka.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not interested at all. Are you?
Not really. I have no opinion.
It's just after that other one, who wants to read this, really?
Yeah. Invisible Cities.
Yeah, there's two Kelvin
I have no.
on here.
Do you have an opinion?
I have no idea what makes it good, but it's like one of those weirdly constructed books. It's like it's made up of like 100 chapters that are all about a different city that doesn't exist or something. So there's no real story.
Okay.
I don't know. It just seems like ridiculous.
Alright. Seems boring.
But yeah, I think it's short, so I might read it.
So your metric of these books is just how short.
Basically.
How quickly can I get this over with?
Unless it seems really interesting. Yeah.
Madame Bovary is shadowed here for the first time.
I think, is this written by a guy or a girl? I don't actually know.
I have no idea.
I think it might. There's a book that's like written by a guy called George, but it's actually a woman. That's not this, I don't think.
Uh, what was it? Gustav Flaubert.
Okay, no, it's a guy.
What's it about? Ponoske lives beyond her means in order to escape the banalities and emptiness of provincial life. Eh, it was boring.
Provincial life. As soon as they say provincial life, just I'm
I
out.
know. It reminds me of Belle from Beauty and the Beast. I'm like, done. No thanks.
Yep.
What about Pale Fire? I have no opinion.
This is the Nabokov where you know that bit in Blade Runner 2049 where he's like cells interlinked within or something, cells within cells or something.
Oh yeah.
That's from this.
Oh shit.
Um,
No.
yeah, it might be interesting. It's just annoying Nabokov more. I don't know.
Nabokov the annoying. That's his agnome. Jerusalem. What? What?
Oh, I think this is by the guy who wrote all those comic books. And then he was like, I'm going to spend like 8 years writing an actual book. And of course, it was like 800 pages. And it's one of those like wanky books, but it's probably not as good. Maybe?
Nah.
Yeah, I feel like this can't have been on that many of the 4chan tier lists. I mean, 4chan top 100s. No, it's not that. Type in Jerusalem More, like Moore. Okay. I mean, maybe it's good. I assume it's just a guy who's like trying to imitate all those like, oh, it's 1,200 pages. So trying to imitate all those long wanky books. Um,
Oh. Yeah, if it's not true wank, then it's like fake wank, and I'm
fake
not
wank.
interested.
Yeah.
Thanks, boy. What's this tree? This tree one. It's
Imagine
in the
spending a
front of the
decade
queue.
writing a book. That's awesome.
And it's bad. Imagine. Dee-dee-dee. East of Eden. Oh, this is another Brett. Um,
Steinbeck.
is it? Is it Steenbeck?
I
Oh,
think
you're
so.
so right. No, you're so right. You're so right. I have literally no opinion.
I have no idea.
Awesome.
What a cool name, though.
Yeah. I mean, East of, yeah.
Oh, I've never thought about it. I guess it means like if you go west, that's where heaven is. So maybe it's about like people in America like traveling west for gold or something.
Oh,
I have no idea if that's true. I wonder what the grapes of wrath are, though.
oh, dude. I still don't understand that book.
You read that?
I thought about it. Yeah. It doesn't make sense to me.
What's the point? What happens?
Well, at the end, he's like suckling on a tit. Um,
He.
and it's, I think it's, is it the guy?
No, I'm just like, he's an adult?
Yeah. There's like it's like a dream image of him sucking on a tit. I
Okay.
think, man, I could see. I read all these books in high school, but by read I mean I skimmed. I didn't really read because I didn't know how to read properly yet.
Okay.
I probably have to read it again.
What's this?
This is Wild the Ring Heights. I've no interest actually. This was boring.
Bro, you gotta read one book by a woman, though. That's how I feel about these books. I gotta read the. What is it? Pride and Prejudice is probably the best one by a woman.
I think I would read Atlas Shrugged before I'd read any of
Oh
these
my
books.
god, that's such a. But that's like that's the problem is any girl who you say that to is gonna be like that's the most dude choice for a girl.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I
Like
know.
it's like listening to Carly Rae Jepsen. It's like if you're a guy and you have to listen to female pop, that's the one you pick.
Yeah, yeah. That's the one I pick.
That's at least very masculine of you, so that's cool.
Thanks, man. The sun also rises. Do you know
What
anything
is
about
this?
this?
I have no idea what this is. Hemingway?
Yeah, it's Mr. Hemming.
Is it about like Japanese people?
I have no idea what it's about.
It's a cool title. I don't know what the title means. Is it like his dick also rises?
I think it's about his penis.
It's like,
In which
wow,
case,
looks like something's rising. And he's like, yeah, the sun also rises.
the sun, the sun's another thing that rises, like this thing. Okay, I'm interested.
Because of that.
Catch 22. Apparently, this book's good. I have it in my shelf. I haven't read it. Have you read it?
I read the first 20 pages.
You've read every single one of these books 20 pages.
Well, it's like, yeah, it's like, see, I'm not good at committing to things, but it does mean that because I'm like, ah, that was boring. I'll just read the next one's first 20 pages. And it's good when it's like Candide, where the whole thing is like 20 pages. But yeah, with
Yeah.
this one, it seemed good. It seems like I like the prose. It seems very readable, and it's got
Mm.
some interesting ideas. But yeah, I don't know. I like
I
the
think
main
it'll be up
character
there.
is called Yosarian or something, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yo, Sarian. What's up, man?
Hey yo, hey Yosarian.
This is Alice in Wonderland.
Oh,
It's probably
dude,
good,
this is a kid's book.
but it's like a surreal kids book with like good themes.
I don't know. I can't imagine. I don't know.
I don't know.
Seems
I don't know.
uninteresting.
What do you want from me?
I do not know.
Fair. No longer human.
This is short too. I want to read it. I have no idea what happens, but it's short.
Mercifully. Mercifully short. His Peter was mercifully short. Mountain. The Magic Mountain. Father John Misty reference means you know where it's going. I kind of want to read it.
I don't know. Is it a really hard book? I don't know what this genre is.
I have no idea. I just know that, yeah,
It's
I
a
have
classic.
nothing about it. It's a classic.
Yep.
What's this face splitting guy? The Man Without Qualities. This sounds so boring to me. The Man Without Character Depth.
Who wrote this? Wait, I can look. It
Uh,
up. Oh yeah, you go. Music. I really don't know
Robert
anything about this.
Muesli.
Yeah.
Man Without is an unfinished modernist novel.
It's a
Oh,
hard book, and it's 1,000 pages, dude. This is your next favorite book.
holy fuck. Maybe it's great.
Dude, 4chan is literally you.
That's
Like this
a
has
bad thing to be.
this has so few ratings on Goodreads, and yet it's in their top 100. Like you already know, it's just absolute wank.
His ambivalence towards morals and indifference to life has brought him to the state of being a man without qualities.
That's so cool. The Europeans, man.
This is the most French thing, but it's like German, though.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Complete English translation is 1,700 pages. It's longer
Jesus.
than the German. Wow.
Actually, might be too long. Honestly, I don't have an opinion about it.
It's fair.
Even though I do, but you know. What's this Venetian blinds looking? How's this? It's Malloy Malone Dies, The Unnameable.
Oh, it's Beckett, I think.
Beckett, I like Beckett.
Yeah, this is the trilogy, right?
Oh, is it got like Waiting for Godot? It's like all
No,
this
no.
shit. No.
This is
Where?
the trilogy of there's like.
Oh, those are the three. I see.
Yeah, so I,
The noises you make. This is bad.
I don't really know. I've never tried to read a single sentence that Beckett has written. The only thing I know.
He's.
Yeah, you go.
You can understand him.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like parts that are like bad, but he's good.
Okay.
I performed Waiting for Godot in like grade 9, and like we had no idea what we were doing. It was so funny. Like looking back on it now, it's like just so don't understand the material at all. So funny.
That's awesome.
The Sound and the Fury. Zero opinion.
What a great title, though. He was.
It's
He
a
was
great
god
title.
of titles, bro.
Who's this guy? I can't read.
Faulkner, I think.
Oh, Faulkner. Yeah, Faulkner knows his titles, bro.
Yeah.
Knows his way around.
Hmm. He knows how to please a title.
Oh yeah. What about Notes from Underground?
I want to read this. This is the shortest Dostoevsky.
Me too.
Yeah. Let's read this.
Okay. That was quick.
Yeah.
I think it could be potentially like really yum.
I think he's such a good writer. He's so good at the sentences, the words.
Mm. Uh, Heart of Darkness. This is probably a really good book.
I read the first like 10 pages and it was super boring. I don't think this guy's
Well.
super good at writing, but maybe it's one of those books that's got something else going for it.
Yeah, I think I'm still willing to give it a go.
Oh yeah, yeah, you
think.
got it. Yeah, surely.
I think it'd be good. All right, let's pick the Josh book, A Hero of Our Time. I know nothing about this.
Wait, what? This is Josh.
Well, it looks like you.
This is just any man with a receding hairline.
No, he has the same nose as you and eyes.
Wow. Why didn't you say this for a Confederacy of Dunces?
You mean save this joke? It just came to me. I didn't have it like preloaded, you know?
I'm just surprised you didn't use it on like Candide and like every other book on here.
Oh no, the Josh book is this one.
No, I'm much stronger.
Sorry, dude.
No.
Much stronger. What's this purple ass? King Lear. Now I performed King Lear
Where did you
in grade
put-
12.
Oh, I have no opinion yet. So I was like, where did
Yeah.
Josh go? Okay.
Where is Josh? Woo. King Lear. It's like one of Shakespeare's most boring plays. I don't think it's good. There's like a little bit. It's like interesting because it's like his daughters are conniving to have him killed and usurp the throne so they can take land. Interesting-ish premise. The king goes mad. Interesting premise, but really boring. Still manages to be boring.
Okay.
This is like oh, it's kind of D-ish.
So they put this as the second best Shakespeare. That's interesting. I
Shouldn't it be
wonder if that's true.
It's Hamlet? There's not Romeo and Juliet's kind of meh.
I have no idea what's like by the smart people considered to be the best ones, other than Hamlet.
Yeah.
Maybe
We should
it's-
ask a smart person one day. Like what's like
dude,
the go?
Yeah, for sure.
The Stranger. Do you know this?
Yeah, this is short. I read this one.
How did you find?
I'd give this an A. I think this is a really good book. It's also in that depressing French thing, but at the end of it, I mean, really, I think it's kind of
Well, don't
optimistic.
ruin it.
Well, yeah, I think there's like I think there's two English translations and they're very different. But the one I read was like the writing is incredibly simple and really pretty beautiful. Yeah, I think it's great.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is Camus. This is the guy who wrote the Myth of Sisyphus. Like,
Oh, sure.
One must imagine or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I haven't read.
I like it.
Yeah, very short, which is good.
Absalom. What?
There's another Faulkner.
Man, so much Faulkner.
Yeah.
Probably need to read some Faulkner. What's like the best Faulkner?
I don't know. I think people say As I Lay Dying is what you should read, and then maybe The Sound and the Fury is like considered by some to be better. You're just okay. Yeah.
I'm probably gonna read like all like this is gonna be my list of like stuff to read
That's
in this
cool.
column.
That's great. That's cool, but
Probably
not
do
the
that.
actual S.
Oh, sorry, it'll be like S and then A. That would
Ah,
probably be it.
okay, okay.
Ah. Thomas Pynchon V, obviously about a vagina, so it's probably
Hell yeah.
A.
What happens in this?
I have no idea, other than it's probably like really fucking dirty.
Oh, that's cool.
Um, yeah, I think I want to read this.
I think this is like dystopian. I think I remember someone saying.
He tends to write dystopian stuff. I think all of his books, even Crying of Love 49, is like pretty dystopian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely. Gravity's Rainbow is definitely dystopian.
Okay.
It's a Crime and Punishment. Definitely want to read this. Probably will be S tier.
Yeah, this is an S.
Yeah,
Yeah, one of the few books I actually finished, and it took me like half a
awesome.
year or something. I just kept. I was like, oh, I love this, and then I would stop reading it for like 5 minutes.
This is awesome. He reads for 10 seconds, puts it down.
Yeah, yeah. I think again, it's got that vibe of like people just extremely overreacting, but like it's very thoughtful and like really well written.
Awesome. My mum gave me a really nice version of this book for Christmas.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's great because they never knew what to buy me for Christmas because I was always like, don't give me anything. But now I'm just like, oh, you can buy me these books.
Oh,
And
nice.
they're like thrilled. They're like, oh my God, it's not like something absurd. It's a book. He's actually learning.
That's great. Yeah, yeah. Or maybe she's trying to get you to like murder someone.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I think it's an
You're
interesting.
so right.
Yeah, that must be it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think it's an interesting book because I feel like everyone's opinion on it is wrong. It's really a very pro-Christian book, and a lot of atheists like it without really knowing. Um, yeah.
What's
So
is the message from what I understand is that he commits a crime and gets away with it, but the feeling inside is his own punishment, and the moral is that you can't avoid punishment for evil deeds. You end up punishing yourself or something. Is that right?
yeah, I guess to a degree, but I think the grander point, that's part of the grander point that he's trying to make is without God, you will just do anything, and you'll feel like shit.
Oh, right,
And yeah,
right.
you need God. Eventually, he's like a born again guy. Oh, I shouldn't have. Yeah,
Oh, so atheists are probably saying like we have a self-governing consciousness with morals inbuilt, therefore we don't need God to tell us morality. That's probably what they're trying to
yeah, yeah, I
say.
think so. Yeah. Well, he's like atheists will basically say like it's okay to kill someone if on the whole it makes everyone else better off, and he's like, no, it's a sin. So it's like it's really
No,
just
you're
like
wrong, atheist.
the yes Chad like refuses to elaborate. Like, because yeah, people will be like, no, you should, maybe it's good that some things die because then they won't have to suffer longer. And he's like, no, you absolute buffoon. Um, without really any
I love that.
elaboration.
You're an idiot. How? You just are.
Yeah, yeah.
The Master and Margarita. Well, pizza's pretty good,
Hmm.
but I don't think he's talking about pizza.
This book also involves a cat. I think the devil like
Ooh,
manifests as a cat or something like that.
that's interesting.
Yeah, I think this is one of those books that like it's so closely linked to Faust that it doesn't really make sense when people read this as a classic without having read the other one. But maybe that's okay because there's people who read like Infinite Jest without having read Hamlet, so maybe it's okay.
Oh, you actually know the connection. Fuck. I
Not
was
really.
hoping you didn't know. Okay. Like you just said it, so yes, you did.
No, I don't really.
What do you mean?
Well,
What
like
do you mean?
I don't know
Not
what
really.
I don't know what the connection is.
Really?
Yeah, I just know
Okay.
that it's like the line is from there. I think you told me that.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, yeah.
I sound smart. You should listen to I. What about the Confessions of Saint Augustine? Do you want to read his confessions?
Oh, this! I was like, what is this? Oh yeah, dude, this is
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been exactly 2 minutes since I murdered someone.
how is this interesting? I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know. What is it? Is it like Is it like meditations? Is it like just someone
I guess. Yeah,
talking shit?
yeah, something like that. This is like, do you remember the Come Town bit where he's like, "This is the gayest book ever," and then he's reading like snippets of it, and he doesn't even have to go to specific points. It's just right away, like, "And the Lord entered me, and filled me with," just straight away. And they're like, "Holy shit!" Every single line that they skip to is just like incredibly homosexual. Um,
I wish you want to read it more. It might be
yeah,
worth.
just
It's
read
like
it.
bottom ranking.
Yeah, just for that
Point out
reason.
all the gay shit. Yeah. Um. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Are you leaving a certain book for the very last?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm selecting completely randomly.
How are you?
Nausea.
What is the order? I don't know what this is.
Neither. I have no opinion.
Should... okay, maybe let's not Google it. I'm gonna Google
No.
it afterwards, but
This
yeah,
is making me nauseous even thinking about it.
I have no idea. Yeah, okay, cool.
What is
Maybe it's
this?
also about
Paradise
nutting.
Lost, I guess.
Oh,
No. Is it Paradise Lost?
how are you doing this? I'm so confused.
Yes, it is. Okay. Paradise Lost. I
It's
know nothing about it,
it has
but
to
it
go
looks
in.
good.
It's the same as all those S tiers. Surely it has to go.
Here,
Yeah, it's like also one of
well,
those establishment books.
yeah, it's like it looks interesting. I'll read it, but I don't know if it'll be S
What? But why is the Iliad and Divine Comedy above it?
because they're more divine.
Okay, that's fair. I guess you put Bible in that tier as well, so okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's with the homie,
Yep, all the Christians are hanging out.
the Cryptians.
I'm
I'm a
talking.
blood to
I'm
the
trying to get.
Cryptians.
I'm trying to get into Christianity.
Christianity is so funny.
Yeah, I'm a
And the
Christian
Lord said, hey man, just chill.
bitch.
Don Quixote. This book looks so boring. I don't want to read it,
Yeah,
but it's a famous book.
yeah. I read the first two
It's like,
pages. This is
yeah,
very.
did you hate it?
Yeah, extremely boring. Yeah.
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 Like the story is like not even interesting. It's like about a pompous knight who like doesn't have self-awareness. It's so boring. Yeah, that's
But
all I've got to say about that. Go on.
you're putting Divine Comedy all the way up there.
Yeah, because that's different.
Okay, it's fair.
I don't even have to elaborate. You just accept it. You're like, okay.
Yep, good point.
Yep, you're right. You said words in response to what I said, therefore.
You didn't just shut up completely. Like, okay.
Oh, wait, this is Invisible Cities.
Was the other one If on
So
a Winter's Night?
probably.
Okay. That, yeah. I think this is the one where he does something weird with the sentences, where it's like the whole book like loops around or something like that, or like all of it opens
Ooh.
with the same shit. It's like, yeah, he was one of those guys where he's like,
Ooh.
what if I did some really weird shit?
I love shit like that. If it means something in the end, which you hope it does.
Who else is like that? I don't know.
I don't know. Who else is like that? What about have you heard of this book? In Search of Lost Time.
Yes. Are you gonna read this?
I have no opinion. I don't know what it's about.
This is the Proust one. This is like the book that was so long that and I don't think he ever finished it. Like they made it into multiple books. This is like the early modernism one.
Oh my god, fuck off. What do you mean 4,215 pages?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it was. Yeah. It's your favorite book ever. Yeah.
Ambitious is like, this is not ambitious. This is like above ambition. This
Yeah.
is hubris. It's hubristic. It's stupid.
It's chutzpah.
I actually don't want to read this at all. I think that's too long.
So there's a point that's too far.
100%.
Yeah.
I think anything over 1,500 pages, you are playing with fire. That's
But, like,
way too long.
This is one where you can split it up. This is like Lord of the Rings. Wait, it could be published as one book or as multiple books.
But is it one book?
I don't know if it's ever been published as one book. It's usually, I think, usually published as multiple books.
Imagine reading that or trying to read that. How it would be impossible. Like, I mean, as in if it was bound together as one book, like just the
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
it,
Yeah. Just
you
holding
would
it.
just look like the biggest wanker.
Yeah. What has more words? In Search of Lost Time or the Bible?
Probably In Search of Lost Time.
Maybe.
It's kind of incredible that one man wrote that much, but you see all these fan fictions that go on for like
Oh
a
yeah.
100,000 books or
Yeah.
whatever.
That's true. Yeah. Some people do that online. Um,
The Grapes of Wrath. I want to read this again. Give it another go.
yeah. I'm not really interested. So you read
You don't want to read about the grapes?
East of Eden, Grapes of Wrath, and Of Mice and Men in school.
Oh, I didn't read of Mice and Men, but I watched the book.
Okay, you watched the book.
Yeah, I
Okay.
watched the book, but the book was it was on the screen, and the book had scenes, and it didn't have any words in it, but it had like audio.
Okay. Okay.
What do
Yep.
they
Yep.
call that?
I don't know. Some of those like
Is that a poem?
it's like a like a
It's like
watching
a
book.
it. No, you're thinking of audiobook,
Oh, okay.
which is that's got the pictures in it, famously, and no sound. This is stupid. Um, what's this? What's this? Oh, The Republic. I definitely want to read this. I think this could be really good.
Yeah, I don't really want to read this, but
Really?
if you care about philosophy, I guess I get it.
Do you not care about philosophy at all?
Not really.
Mm.
I guess yeah.
What do,
What?
do you have morality? Do you have a basis of morality? Do you have a
Yeah,
idea?
I think there's a small amount of things that I think most people are wrong about, but for the most part, I don't know what the right thing to do is, and I don't act according to what I think is the best thing to do. Like I think it'd be good to stop milking cows because there's too much suffering. But like I love drinking milk, so yeah, I'm not really a very moral guy.
So you sort of just abide by societal norms.
Yeah, whatever I can get away with, and try not to be that weird, and then also be happy.
Yeah, there's some I kind of agree with you in that like I think about morality all the time, but there are better courses to take, like more right ways to live, and I just choose not to live it because I think A, it'd be too
Right,
difficult to do.
right, yeah,
And I think you would, in order to do that, you would have to sacrifice too much, therefore making you unhappy on a kind of guess as to whether or not you're on the right path. So it's like a gamble, you know?
yeah. Yeah, I think definitely it's like yeah, even if I and also I do think it would be an interesting experiment to try to come from whatever axioms I come up with that like oh okay reduce suffering, and then try to expand that into a whole moral system that can be applied to any decision and make the right decision. But yeah, definitely haven't done it.
That would be really good, but would require like so much thought. No,
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I think yeah, even then you probably wouldn't live by it. Um,
no, because yeah, there's got to be some interplay between like how correct it is and how easy it is to do, like how inviting it is, how inviting the philosophy is, and how
why?
rewarding
Why
it
does there
is.
have to be? Why does there have to be? If you're truly like trying to if you believe in morals, why do you have to
Yeah.
like avoid making sacrifices in order to not make your life horrible? Like, is there any
Well,
justification for not making your life horrible?
I think you can. You just have to make the sacrifices that you're willing to do, because I think we're human beings that uh, it's like it's hard to do something perfect. It's impossible to do something perfectly. Like I don't think it's possible to live perfectly,
Hmm.
which can be used as a justification to sort of live a slobby life. But I think there's some middle ground.
I don't know. I feel
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
let's say you fall in love with a woman, and in order to make her happy, most of the money that you earn from your job is going to have to go to whatever she wants. I don't know, like a house and shit, like feeding kids or whatever. But
Yeah.
you know that it would be 99.9% chance that it would be better if you instead took whatever money you make and whatever effort you can put into like ending disease in Africa or whatever. And it's like there's almost no chance that that isn't better, but I'm not willing to make that sacrifice. I don't think there's any true
Well,
moral
why
justification
is
for
it
that
better?
because it reduces suffering. I don't know if you're one of those guys who doesn't believe that suffering should be reduced, then I don't know what to tell you. Like maybe some people have different axioms from the start, but like if we want to reduce suffering and like increase like um, well-being, then like I feel like it's almost impossible to make an argument that you shouldn't drop everything you're doing and give everything to helping others rather than pouring it into, oh, but we want a new countertop or whatever, just because you want a happy wife, happy life kind of thing.
Yeah, but so okay, but then going from there, why not do it today? Why not drop everything and donate everything
I'm
today
saying you
and go?
should, but I won't because I'm not a
Yeah.
moral person. Like this is like I feel like it's almost I guess it's worth thinking about
I
morals a little
guess
bit, but it's not really worth exploring because no one's going to do it
I
except for
guess
like
my
some
point
rich
is
people.
that because I agree with you that that would be the quote unquote correct thing to do, but no one is going to do that. That's like a kind of moral that's a moralism that isn't
Ah, I
realistic for
see.
people to
Okay, yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah.
So meaning it has no it's like there's no tangible
So
relevance.
what's the yeah? You have to think about what's the best thing that you will actually do. Like,
Yes.
okay, yeah, that's interesting to think about. Yeah, um, yeah. I would love to have like a miserly wife like me who would who eventually, when we actually make money, will just send all of it to charity or something. But I don't think I will.
Is Casey oh I said it on the recording, sorry.
That's okay.
Is she not really smart with money? I
She's
thought. I thought
she's
she was like
definitely
really good.
smart, but she also likes to have nice things. Like it's like
Ah.
she will find the best deal possible, but she will also get the best vacuum cleaner that there is on the market. You know, it's like
Yeah.
because
It's like
for
net
me,
zero at the end of the day.
yeah, it's like well, for me, it's like I will have I won't find a good deal, but I will live with having a absolutely terrible product, and I'll just be like whatever. And that's how my family always lived as well. We won't put effort into like saving money really, but like yeah, it's like we'll just live with just absolute ass for ages. Whereas she's like, oh, this one has like a cool light on it, tells you how much dust you've like picked up and shit like that, you know. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, but like yeah, but
Interesting.
so yeah, it would be moral for me to leave, but I'm not going to do that. So yeah,
Yeah. You're immoral.
yeah.
And then there's even more layers to it too, because you're immoral and yet you're trying to say what's the most moral thing. It's like how can you trust someone who's immoral, who's giving you moral advice?
But why couldn't you? Because they haven't tried it. It's not like by trying it you
There's
know more about
something
what morality is.
there's some I can't really justify it, but there's some sort of internal switch that flicks on where if I see someone give me life advice, if like a homeless person gives me life advice on how to buy a house, I'm probably not going to listen to them.
No, definitely.
Do you know what I
I
mean?
think that applies for a lot of things. Like lifting for me for sure. It's like, are you big? Because if not, I'm not really paying attention to what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But like, I don't know. You learn from it because you achieve some goal, but we can't really measure how much suffering you've reduced other than theoretically. So like, I guess you
That's true.
could like, okay, so someone could give certain advice. Like they could be like, here's how you should pick your charities, and like, or like, oh, it's better to actually go there and help rather than work a job over here or something because they can see that it's making more of an effect or something. So you definitely could,
Mm.
but like in terms of I don't know. For the most part, I feel like we could we could get pretty far just by thinking about it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Anyway, we're nearly done. Let's smash this out. Count of Monte Cristo, The Count of Monte Cristo. Do you care about this book at all?
Yeah, I want to read this one. Um,
Okay,
apparently, it's well written. It's probably on the same level as Les Miserables for me.
interesting.
What about
It's like
you?
revenge. I guess. Yeah, yeah. It's like kind of interesting, but it's between I have no opinion and I want to read it. It's like a kind of want to read it.
Okay, I have no idea about the plot. I have no idea what happens.
Neither. What's this one?
A guy.
Guy with Head in Hands, famous book, Volume 1.
The guy. The man without eyes.
The idiot, the moron,
Oh yeah.
the fool.
So
This is
this-
also Dostoy.
Yeah. This is probably like after I've read all the other Dostoy.
Yeah. It's like the least important Dostoy.
Do you reckon you want to read Demons or this first? Because I don't know what happens in either. But this one's called
What's
The Idiot.
Which one's Demons?
I think like the other fifth most important Dostoy.
Oh. No, I'd probably read I'd probably read it in the order. I would read like Crime and Punishment, Brothers, and then
And
Idiot.
then Notes from Underground. And then Idiot. And then
Oh yeah,
Demons.
then Notes. Fuck, there's so much.
Yeah, he has like 5 books.
God, he's good.
Golly.
Speaking of good.
B.
Yeah, B. It was okay.
It was decent.
This is obviously the best book ever written by a human being. And that's the end of the story.
So your second favorite book is 1984.
I guess, huh? I guess. Well, there's other David Foster Wallace books that surpassed 1984 that aren't on this list.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, so wait. Your second favorite book that isn't by David Foster Wallace is 1984.
I think so. Let me look at my shelf.
That's so cool. That's so awesome.
Oh, I really like Social Studies by Fran Lebowitz. It's really good.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
What else? Oh yeah, The Last Night of the Earth poems. It's a Charles Bukowski book. It's really good. It's really sad.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Yeah.
What else? Yeah, everything else is shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Animal Farm probably before 84.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You gonna read this book, Josh? Or are you gonna be a pussy the rest of your life?
I'm gonna continue to be a pussy in almost
Yeah.
all regards.
Dude, it's so good. It's so worth it.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I'd get more out of reading other books. And
Okay.
and probably do more. I want to read all the short books. I want to read No Longer Human and and Notes from Underground.
Fair. Fair. We should actually read Notes from Underground. That actually sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right. I'll try and finish the fucking tunnel, which will be in 20 years. So if you could just wait 20 years.
How many pages is it? Roughly. I killed him. He's dead.
You asked too hard a question. It doesn't have page numbers? Are you kidding me? Yes, it does.
That'd be awesome. They should do that.
650. It's too long.
What page are you up to?
And also, the pages are giant.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm up to 61.
And you're gonna finish that before Notes from Underground. Okay.
No, I'll let Kimbo read. We'll read two things in one.
Like one
I'll order
audiobook
this.
in one ear, one audiobook in the other ear.
Yeah, schizophrenic mode. And he was in, walked in, so he walked in, so
And you're like walking through a gallery at the same time. Get so much art.
oh,
Cool, this
okay.
is
So there was no shit. That was fun. There was no Shadow Realm books. There was like, well, there shouldn't be, right? I mean, it's like these are all really good books.
Wait till you promoted Madame Bovary.
Yeah, Madame Bovary. Actually, that one is so boring that's Shadow Realm tier. That's fine.
I don't know, maybe it's good. What if it's actually good? I haven't read
don't
even
get
a
it.
single sentence from it.
Imagine giving that a chance. Imagine giving Madame Bovary a chance.
But imagine giving Finnegan's Wake a chance.
I couldn't imagine.
Couldn't be me. Cool. Yeah, this is a good list.
Awesome. And that's been literature.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. All bums. If you want to subscribe, you can. We're going to be doing music soon at some point, I imagine.
Oh yeah, I've got to finish the Rhyme Top 100, and then we can do that finally.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I've got like
That'd be a good
20
video.
left. Yeah.
That'd
Oh,
be
yeah,
like
yeah. Yeah,
Could you imagine?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it would take probably like 5 hours, but it would be so good.
Well, we can do it like this, where we don't talk that much about each film. Or I guess the benefit for this one is we hadn't read a lot of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you got to finish the top 100 then as well.
Top 100 what?
Rhyme, so we can do that video.
Oh, did we not finish it?
As in, listen to every album in the Rhyme top 100.
Oh, yeah. What did we get to?
So we started with just top 50, and I don't know about you, but I think in terms of reviews, you got to like 35 or something. So
Probably.
yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we can start from 35 again.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I've got a list of the albums I've still got to go. I'll send that. But yeah. Anyway.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
I'm actually kind of serious. We should do that video. I think it'd be a good video.
Yeah, there's so many albums less, and some of them are so long and boring. I don't want to hear another Bjork album. God. Or Soul album.